Hi, my name is Euphonia. Welcome to the Deep House Space. Take a journey with us as we delve into the underground sounds of Deep House. From soulful melodies to driving bass lines, we'll keep you moving all day long.
The deep house space.
45 reasons why. I got 45 reasons why. Read it in that pink book I keep on the side of my bed when I'm thinking of your lies. Dawned on me you still be keeping tabs. You got too much pride to let anyone know. You still got my pictures up in your phone. You smell so they think you couldn't have been wrong. I know how you roll, you at a risk, that's for sure. I still got grace in me. I prayed for you, hope God saves you from yourself. Lord knows I know you're confused, it's a mess. I still got grace in me. I pray for you, hope God saves you from yourself. Lord knows I know you're confused, it's a mess. I know you better than the rest. I have 45 reasons why you were never mine. I'm better off on my own. Lord, oh Lord knows it's time. I got 45 reasons why you were never mine. I'm better off on my own. Lord, oh Lord knows it's time. I got 45 reasons why. Read it in that letter I never sent. About time you feel how it feels to lose someone you care for. It's time for the truth. I know your ex never showed you that. They hang around feeding your ego. I know they keep giving you all these free throws. You gotta fix that, that's what's broken. I got 45 reasons why.
the deep house space.
I don't feel like going.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Booger the DJ, only on the deep house space. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Booga the DJ, only on the Deep House Space. The Deep House Space, 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 manifestation of patience Of the Most High, my love for you is in abundance. I could care less about the rest. The pressure to provide for you has been positively immense. You being my never-changing source of motivation is something that needs addressing. Comforting is your colorful smile. Ndodane yoni nkosana. A manifestation of patience. Of the Most High, my love for you is in abundance. I could care less about the rest. The pressure to provide for you has been positively immense. You being my never-changing source of motivation is something that needs addressing. Comforting is your colorful smile. Ndodane yoni nkosana. Ndalifa yami. Phakathi lami. Your existence resembles the birth of a revolutionary. Passing on my blessed characteristics as your gift is more than hereditary. It is extraordinary. This world is yours. Own your throne. Your succession will never depend on a person. What was hidden from you will unveil itself like a and you're tuned into the deep house space. My name is Bongani Mehlomakulu. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the undiscovered. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide. By our rules they will abide. House music is in control. Now turns the tide. In our house, we are one. Connected with the rhythm. My name is Bongani Mehlomakulu. And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for coming through. Today's session of the Deep House Space, we have Khab Juice. He's already here, he's already kept the mic. We have UPZ alongside Digital Sangoma on a single with OT. We have China Charmeleon, and then we're going to end off with Thabang Phaleng. So thank you so much for coming through and joining us on the Deep House Space. Let's start with Kazi Zulu. Let's just test the mic. Kazi Zulu, mic check, mic check.
Hi Vox, hi Buga, hi everyone. Thank you so much guys for joining us. I don't know if there's new people here. If you're new here, please stick around. It's going to be amazing. Thank you to our guests. Today our guests are on time, which is very nice to see. And yeah, guys, please stick around. It's going to be a beautiful Friday as always.
Siyabonga kakhulu Nkazi Zulu. Siyabonga kakhulu Nkazi Zulu. Bora DJ. Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yo, Shafede. Welcome to it, everyone. Welcome to the Deep House Space. It is, of course, another edition of the Deep House Space. You know how we always do it every Friday. Of course, we are the pre-party start of everything, making you sure that you are enjoying in this weather. You know, Tina Lai Gauteng. We don't know about others in the other country, but Tina Lai Gauteng, man, it's so cold, man. Yeah, it's cold. So yeah, hope everyone is warm. We don't know about Cape Town. We don't know about Zim, what's happening that side. But yeah, hope everyone is good, man. Hope everyone is blessed. May you guys share the space, like already Nkazi and Vox already mentioned, that it's gonna be a killer lineup. It's gonna be a killer show, like how we always do it. Yeah, please share the space and make sure that others are here, and make sure that your friends don't listen to bad music. Ayisuke mfana Vox. Umnandi boy.
No, Mfana, all good, Mfana. It's another good and blessed Friday. So the song that we started off with, before we go to our first guest, Poga played Kabizo with C Black and Osef Pico, 45 Reasons. Then he played a song by Sculptured Music, I Don't Feel Like Going, which actually came out today. And then he played Ronnie Deep with Mexito alongside OK God here with me. We had them last week on the space. And just before I grabbed the mic, he played a remix that's done by King Wave. And so unique from the song Yaga Manando and Bonga Nemehlo Makhulu, Letter to My Son. So those are the songs that we played just before we grabbed the mic. Thank you so much for coming through and joining us. So to start off today is Okhab Juice. And Okhab Juice has a very subtle and beautiful alternative EP that we're gonna play today. Okhab Juice, mic check, mic check.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Vanai, all is good. Vanai Siapil, and how are you doing?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Good.
Khabchuz is joining us again. I think this is his second appearance on the Deep House Space. But before Siafer Khabchuz and Fageti, please let us know. Please let everyone know on the space who Ubanu Khabchuz and why is he here today?
Yeah, Khapjuzi, the DJ, producer, label owner, graphic designer from the East End. Yeah, man. Today I just dropped my second EP, titled Scarlet Paradise, and it just recently dropped, like right now.
I hope everyone heard that. The EP is out today. So we're gonna play songs from the EP. Please go check it out. Do not be shy. Do not be shy at all. I don't think you'll be wasting your time. It's titled Scarlet Paradise, as he mentioned. Voity, the EP, is there a story behind it before you play the song?
It's basically a continuation of the last EP, Cuban Sunrise. Just telling a good story of good memories with good people.
No, thank you so much, Mfana. Thank you so much. So there's 4 tracks on the EP. And Body DJ, are you ready to play track 1 of Scarlet Paradise EP, which came out literally today? Aziweke po.
Hop Juice with Scarlet Paradise. Enjoy. Azich.
Space, 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 space. Yo, this is your boy Uzi Black. You are now tuned in to the Deep House Space. Hashtag the Deep House Space.
This is Nkazi Zulu the Force. You are currently tuned into the Deep House space. Please do share the space, invite others, and get ready for amazing music and great conversations.
Thank you so much to our amazing DJ. As Nkazi Zulu said, get ready for amazing music and great conversations. And the first song, Scarlet Paradise, from the recent release, Agahab Juice, titled Scarlet Paradise itself. Let's give Nkazi Zulu the mic first. Nkazi Zulu, some alternative music. What do you think?
I really enjoy how this lounge sound is becoming a real thing. It's really, really growing, and it's really lovely to watch. You know, it taps into a bit of jazz, it taps into a bit of lo-fi. I'm really excited to see where we're going with the sound because it's really growing and it's becoming a thing. And yeah, I'm really excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nkazi. You know, I think what really messed us up was the era of compilations, because compilations were like sort of one to track 15, same sort of sound. No one really tapped into different sounds, but maybe it's just me. What a DJ. Thoughts, Mgadwami?
kusho umuntu oshaya compilation. Hey, yazini. I know, but I hear you, Vox. I hear you what you mean, Fana. I hear what you mean. And with that, that's why we ourselves are creating something that is way out of the box, man, becoming way, way, way creative and way different when it comes to those compilation type of vibes, man. Exe juice, Shapfere,
Hola, 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 hola.
Mnandi Jayam.
Angkren, Angkren.
Standard, standard. My king, let's start with the name Mfana. Khapjus. Where does it come from? Hey, Mfana bo DJ Renal so Mfana, we have names. Where does the name Khapjus come from?
Basically, comes from my name. Actually, I was given this name. My real name is Makhabane. So, my mom, Kuntlum, used to call me Khali. So, friends of mine from high school came through over the holidays, I think, and then they never knew the name Khali. And then when they got there, they used like my real name. Then my mom would look at them weird. I was like, no, this person Khali. And then when we got back to high school, my friend started teasing me with the name. And then another friend of mine said my name is boring. So he would rather spice it up. And that's how Khab Juice came about. Like it stuck since high school.
Oh, beautiful, man. Nice and sweet and short. That's
Yes.
beautiful, man. And with that, man, how long have you been in this music thing? How long have you been doing music?
Uh, I can say like it's been a while. I don't know exactly when, but I know that I've started DJing in high school. And then with production, I think it came 2 years or 3 years after. And then after that, I never really released anything, but I was just like assisting people there and there. And then I had like a couple of tracks that I'd give away. Like that was 5 years ago, but officially being on the market was I started last year.
And you being in the market, man. I mean, music itself, man. It's within the music industry again, man. It's very broad. And with you, how has the journey been, man? From since the first EP that you have released until now, how has the journey been? How's the support? And also, we can't shy away from the negativity as well. How does it balance you as well?
So the support for me has been overwhelming, especially with how the people have perceived the music, and the music itself has taken a life of its own, and people are interpreted differently, and I'm loving how people are mixing it up and so forth. Well, the game itself has its own ups and downs, I can say, but I really don't dwell much into that. But I really don't want to lie, man. The support has been huge, especially since I'm doing this out of my own, opening my own label, pushing myself, pushing my music. The journey itself has been beautiful, I can say.
Ah, nice, man. One last question, and then we take it back to the good music. I mean, with all the genres that we have, man, you chose to go the route of lo-fi type of lounge, type of chilled music. Is it the only thing that you're doing, or you for now is just what you are focusing on, and then probably will receive rap juice with more type of different genres?
Okay, so the lo-fi sound or the alternative sound, it really doesn't start now. Like I have a podcast whereby I release like this type of music, like lounge, bossa, a bit of lo-fi, beats, trip hop, and so forth. So that podcast has been there since I think 2010. So I've been like releasing this. So for me to just decide to release the music that I play, I just wanted to show people that I'm not in it for the hype. I'm just contributing to the culture, making it grow because we really don't have much alternative producers in the country. If it's not deep house, it's another genre. So I'm just trying to contribute to to building the genre up, so that it becomes a some form of alternative genre outside deep house that people can listen to, you know.
I understand you, my king. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's take it back to the good music, yeah, and then we'll come back with more questions, yeah. Except Vox.
Shout out to everyone who's joined us. Right now, our first guest, Khab Juice, Scarlet Paradise EP. Go check it out. Released under Spacious Sounds Media. There's 4 singles there. I'm gonna try and play at least 3, and then you can enjoy the last one. Marapore DJ. For now, share number, yes, well.
Track 2 on Khabju's EP. Enjoy.
And you're tuned in to the deep house space. Hi, this is Floyd of Lilac Jeans.
And this is Menu of Lilac Jeans. You are now listening to the Deep House Space.
Shout out to Porter DJ. If you're looking for a DJ, there's a DJ for you. The song just played now is Crimson Cascades from Hub Juice from his EP that he released today called Scarlet Paradise. Go into his profile if perhaps you can't see the EP on any music streaming platform. Go to his profile. You'd come across the links to where you can actually listen or you'll find the music. So thank you so much for coming through. There was a recent conversation about how there isn't any alternative sounds in perhaps the Cape Town Jazz Fest in Gebchoes. What do you think is the reason why we don't have a lot of producers making this type of music in South Africa? Seeing that the likes of Cape Town Jazz Fest don't even recognize um, this type of music in terms of getting these artists.
Um, that's a tricky one, hey, because like the jazz artists that I know, they're normally like known worldwide. So it's not a niche genre because the likes of Miriam Makeba, Huma Sikela have been there, you know. It's just that the young ones that followed never really pursued the genre itself because the entry level for jazz it's very high. It's not that easy to enter, you know. It needs skill, it needs discipline and so forth. And when you get enter into that space, it's something else. So that's my view on it. So when I produce this music, I also don't see myself as a jazz artist, but also the likes of Cape Jazz Fest. It's people that also want to sell tickets. It's not about the jazz anymore. It's just about the culture and pushing tickets. So we really can't blame them. So when I enter into the space, it's me actually contributing into that, seeing that in the near future, when your Cape Jazz or your Standard are hosting such events, they get to see us and recognize us, you know, not as just DJs, but as producers as well. And then we get to drop our live set there as well, you know. Yeah, that's my take on the whole issue.
No, thank you so much, Mvana. No, thank you so much. Thank you for the insight. Kasi Zulu, still there?
Hi, Vox. Sorry, I dipped a bit. Did you ask me something?
Yeah, no. Which the previous song that we played? Thoughts?
As I said already, I am a big fan of this type of sound. Hapjus, how are you doing?
I'm very clean, man.
I'm good, thank you. Like when you are titling your EP, it's called Scarlet Paradise, right?
Yeah.
Is there a process that you follow when you title your music, and do you think it's important how music is titled?
Um, I really don't know, man. With how music is titled, I just feel that people just say just name songs how they feel. But in my case, I just base it on a memory. Scarlet Paradise was just one of the memories that I have. I think I went on a date, and then this lady had a ruby red or maroon wig, and that's how I remember it, and that's about it. You know, that's how I came to Scattered Paradise because it symbolizes redness, happiness, and so forth.
No, I definitely get that. Are there any people that you would like to collaborate with?
So currently I'm working with my current favorites. So, Obongani Give Thanks, Soul Scene, and others I can't just mention as yet, but they did hit me up, and I'm going to be dropping projects with them soon. So currently I am working with all the likes like your kitchen mess as well. Yeah, so definitely it's currently these are the people that I'm working with. But of course I have people that I want to work with in the future, like FK Mesh, your Duduza Makatini and so forth. I would really like to drop a project with them. But yeah, also the Soulfulist, it's people that I'd like to work with as well.
All right, no, thank you for that. The soul scene one I'm looking forward to because I think that sounds good. But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sawonga kakhulu Nkazi Zulu. I have a speaker, Empire RSA. Mic check, mic check.
Shosho Vox, and warm greeting to everyone on the space. It's been a while. It's been a while. I feel like the prodigal son. But yes, another Friday where we get to enjoy some good music and talk to the amazing people who make this music. Hub Juice. How I first discovered this brother man was in fact through Voxman. I remember very well. It was a post on Instagram, I think, of an event flyer, and the song used was "Hope for the Sun," which is my favorite, in fact, from yourself. An amazing track. Oof, one of the man. I don't know, like that song takes me places every time I listen to it. The musicality is beautiful on that project. In fact, the entire project. My question to you, damn, in fact, I had forgotten the first one, but let me just go straight to the second question that I had. As not so long ago, we had a brief of some sort, for a compilation which the Deep House Space was working on, and it was centered around the kind of music you make, the alternative, the sort of lounge type of vibe, right? And since this music is not necessarily similar to house, but it does contain elements similar to house or deep house in that sense. So from someone like yourself, Hubs Juice, who is pretty much a mastermind in that field, how would you advise producers, who want to tap into the sound? Like, what are some of the technicalities to look out for, be it a time signature, be it a specific key, a production element? How would you go about in terms of making this sound?
Yeah.
Thank
Okay, that's a good one, hey? Because it's a question that should I answer incorrectly, then it's gonna ruin the whole thing. But I can break it down into two though. Um, so I feel like if you decide to follow into the music itself, the type of genre, then you don't have to limit yourself, but you also have to understand the concept, right? That's one of the first things that I understood. But the second one is that it's okay to borrow from other genres as well. It doesn't necessarily to be house. That's the reason why it's called alternative in the first place, because it borrows different genres and they mix it into one. So that's why you find jazzy elements, you find hip hop elements, you find bossa elements, So it's by me saying that I'm saying that don't restrict yourself, but just understand the concept. Whoever tries to pursue this type of sound, just understand the concept and don't be afraid to borrow.
I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Amazing stuff coming from you. Definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. And I'm also gonna listen to the new project. Otherwise, thanks, Fox. Thanks, Boga. And greetings to everyone once again. Happy Friday.
Sawonga Empire RSA. Thank you for grabbing the mic and coming through for Agiti. Before you ask Khabchus for his last remarks and we play the last song just to send him off, I accepted the mic Kiaga Digital Sangoma, who's next up with UPZ. Just gonna ask him perhaps some of the thoughts regarding some of the songs that we've played from Khabchus. Digital Sangoma, mic check, mic check. Could you please unmute on your bottom left?
Hey, how's it, guys? It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And yeah, and I mean, I love music first and foremost. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. We can hear you loud
Oh
and
yeah,
clear.
I've never done this before. This is my first Twitter space or X space. So I think, I mean, being a fan of music, and like music is beautiful. You played some amazing records, So I listen to any good music, despite the genre itself. As a creative myself, So I get inspired by a lot of different artists and different music. So yeah, and shout out to you guys and thank you for having me. Yeah.
It's an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. So you're just gonna play the last song from Mukhab Juice, and after that we're gonna come straight to you, Digital Sangoma, and UPZ. But for now, Mukhab Juice, last remarks for today. Where can people find you? Any launches for the weekend, perhaps, or coming up in the month or the next coming months? Where else can people find you, Fagit?
So currently, I'm a resident Wing Republic every Sunday for the alternative with Soul Scene, China, Fusion, and Tino, and Soul Scene. Yeah, Soul Scene as well. Yeah, yeah. And then I'm also a resident in Daweni in Fort Loras as well. So the first EP launch is currently happening, I think in Cape Town, the 28th, no, 27th, the week of the Cape Jazz Fest. I'm doing an EP launch there, one of the after parties. And then, yeah, another EP launch will be held on the 10th of May in Weed Lovers Market. And then on the 23rd, it will be in Endaweni. And then the other one will be done, I think, the first week of June in Native Rebels. And then there's still other places that I have to confirm, like Pitori, and well, the others in Guatemala, yeah. That's what I'm currently working on. And yeah, I'm also going to be pressing vinyl for some of my tracks, and I'm going to be releasing exclusive tracks for vinyl as well.
Vana, thank you so much. Vana, thank you so much for giving us your time. And happy release day. Yeah, happy release day. And have a great weekend ahead. Don't forget. And sorry, and until next time.
Hola, 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 hola. Thank you for having me, guys.
And that is Rap Juice. And we're going to close off with track 4 on the EP. Right, Boa, the DJ? Are we ready? Are you ready to play the song?
Standard, 100%.
Oh my God.
As we're sending off Rap Juice, we're sending him off with the last track, track 4, When the Morning Comes. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House. For the love of Deep House. This is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House. For the love of Deep House.
Yes, for the love of Deep House, you're tuned into the Deep House Space. First week of April. Next week we have Tima Deep, we have Kabizo. Kabizo, female vocalist, has released an EP, a beautiful EP. We're going to have her on. And then we're going to have Sculptured Music also on the space. He released an EP again today. So those are the people that you can look forward to for next week's installment of the Deep House Space. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. The last song we just played is by our first guest, Khab Juice, When the Morning Comes, featuring Utuli Beats. And shout out to Khab Juice for making time for us today. So next up we have UPZ alongside Digital Sangoma for their single that I believe came out today, right, UPZ? If I'm not wrong.
Hey, last week.
Oh, okay. Apologies for that. The song came out last week. And the title of the song is Call of the Ancestors. Call of the Ancestors. And there's also Moti on the song. Unfortunately, Moti couldn't make it, but we have two of the people who are featuring on the song. UPZ, as always, before we go too far, please just share with us the journey behind the song, behind the music. Then after you, we'll give the mic to Digital Sangoma so he can share his thoughts too. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks for having me on. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yes, you're loud and clear, UPZ.
Brilliant. So, the journey behind the song. Basically, obviously, I've known Moti for a while. We were both together in under Soul Candy for a while, though we never actually got to talk and communicate back in those days. But when I was hanging in Joburg around 2023, quite a lot for a few months, I bumped into him a few times and went to a few of his shows, and we got together and we said we wanted to collaborate maybe on a track or two. And we had a certain vision where we wanted to kind of tap into some of those jazz influences, like Pat Metheny and Herb Alberts, who's a famous trumpet player, and incorporate that into like a house track. So yeah, so around last year, I had this production which I thought could fit into that concept. It was still kind of a raw production, and it was actually a little bit more three-step in direction, and it also had some like cool key changes and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, this could work, and yeah, so I got together with Moti one day, and he said, yeah, let's go over to Digital Sangoma. He's a producer, an artist, a vocalist that lives in Cape Town. And I knew Digital Sangoma before, but I haven't met him personally. So we all went to Digital Sangoma's lovely home studio, and we laid down most of the like vocals and a lot of the trumpet parts. And I don't know, maybe Digital Sangoma can take it from there.
Okay, let's welcome him back onto the space. Digital Sangoma, mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I'm here. How's it, gents? Once again, thank you for having me. And yeah, like UPZ said, I've known Moti, for quite some time. Obviously being a fan of Mikasa and the music, and he then later on became a fan of my music, and we bumped into each other in Cape Town. Um, I think a couple of years ago, and we started talking, and then we had this conversation of maybe one day we'll jump into a studio. But with collaborations, it's never an easy thing, So it's like time, that song works. So when he reached out to me last year, and obviously, I jumped at the opportunity. But the first thing was like, okay, let's listen to the song, come through, and we can sit down. And he said he would bring UPZ. I have to be honest to you guys. I know UPZ's music because who hasn't played his music from the Soul Candy days, and I've only recently ventured into DJing as well. Like it's only been 2.5 years since I started DJing, and so I've played his song. So when Moti said to me, "Ah, yeah, UPZ," I said, "Ah, who's UPZ?" And then, no, I'll play your song. I kid you not, you know him. And obviously, when he played the song, I said, "Ah, yeah, for sure. Of course, I know this guy. I've played this song." And so when they came through, obviously loved the song, and immediately, I got some ideas. We were sitting in my living room because I'd taken out my studio and I put it in my living room, and then I just started, feeling, because that's how music comes. You get inspired and started singing, and that's how it was. And then we started recording Moti's trumpet, and it came out beautifully, and so such an honor for me, because these are two artists that I truly admire and I respect. And so being part of this project, it, it's because collaborations are never easy, especially for me, because first and foremost, you can love people, you can love their work, but the timing of all of it, and the energies that you guys align. Do you actually like the people that you're working with? Because for me, that's very important. So But I'm glad to say that we all vibed and we had some tea, and then so the rest is history, as you guys know. So that's cliche, but that's what it is. And now we're here.
Now, thank you so much, gents. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts regarding the song. Our DJ is ready to play. Our DJ is ready to play Core of the Ancestors, released under So What Records. So there's two versions. If you go to your streaming platform or you can buy the music. There's radio edit, of course, which is easy for radio presenters, and then also there's the extended version that you can also check out. Thank you so much for joining us. You are tuned into the Deep House Space. What did DJ? Ngoma yakhala.
Yo, what's up? This is Boy Sanza, and you're listening to the Deep House Space.
For
Check
the
it out.
love of deep house. for the love of deep house. Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space for the love of deep house. For the love of deep house.
Hey, what's up? This is Nutty Nice, and you are listening to the Deep House Space.
Thank you for joining us on the Deep House Space on the 4th of April, first week of first session of the month, first Friday of the month. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's installment of the Deep House Space. The song we just played now is Call of the Ancestors by UPZ, Moti, and Digital Sangoma. They both here, and they've joined us for a chat of the song. But first, let me give the mic to Kazi Zulu. Kazi Zulu, any thoughts, any questions about the song?
You know, me and you guys, please don't cancel Vox and I. We always talk about how three-step is being phased out, or maybe it's not as relevant as it was when it first came in. But imagine if you would take three-step and incorporate it into your music the way it was incorporated in the song. That was beautiful to listen to. You know, there was three-step, there was jazz, the vocals. There's even the part where the drums came in and then they took it back, and Moti went a little bit higher. Yo, yeah, no, this is a well cooked song, and I'm very privileged to be here and listening to it.
Yes, we are privileged to be here too, Kazi Zulu. Glad that you shared those sentiments. It's a conversation I want to have with you because one of the days we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. But Bora DJ, your thoughts on the song?
Yeah, I mean, you need to have that conversation. We have that wonderful. We have a platform where you guys can have a wonderful conversation. I'll be there as well. Everything house music. I think we need to set up a conversation, a meeting, where we can just sit with UPZ late at night, have spaces, and just have a wonderful convo. But with that said, man, yo UPZ, how are you, brother?
I'm good, good.
Ah,
Yourself?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Firstly, man, how's the weather that side? Cause here it's pouring, man. It's raining nonstop.
Really? No, actually in Cape Town, beautiful weather actually. Almost like it's still summer. And yeah, you can even I just came back from a short cycle along the coast in Bloberg, which is where I stay now. And I saw quite a lot of people actually on the in the beach swimming and really beautiful. But I think next week we're gonna also start getting some rain. So yeah, let's wait and see.
That's why I always say Cape Town, it's its own country, nje. Yeah, your guys are just living in your own country without a doubt. But let's tap into it, man. I mean, this song, it's so wonderful, man. The elements, how the progression of the song went. I mean, with that said, there's a time where the it went into a bridge, and then from there it just went up, and then the formation of the song just changed, man. I mean, with that, man, can you tell me more about in regards to you and Moti, because you already mentioned that you and Moti, you come from a way back from So Candy days, is there something more can we expect from you and Moti probably?
Yeah, could be in the future. First, we'll wait and see, with this track, because this track we put a lot of energies and time into it. Because as you heard, it wasn't an easy track to make, because for me, it was kind of like a unique track. Usually, you guys know I do vocal based productions, right? So with vocal based productions, it has usually like a kind of a template. There's like a verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, bridge, and final chorus, for example. So that makes the song structure quite easy to do. But in this case, we were working on a very kind of linear structure where the song doesn't go through those elements. In some ways, the structure of the song is a bit more like jazz. I see it because at the beginning, there's that hook, and at the end, there's that hook. And then in between, there's like obviously a vocal, like kind of like gospel inspired vocal, great vocal by Digital Sangoma. And then there's like a little bit of a drum break or whatever. So those kind of elements you also have a little bit in jazz. So it was very tricky for me to put this together from an arrangement perspective in a way that flows. And also, obviously, after the drum break, there's that key change, and then it goes back into the original key. So to add all those, to balance all those elements was kind of tricky. So I think it ended up quite nicely, but obviously it's one of those songs that's more like a journey, and like one needs to listen from beginning to end. And I actually love the trumpet bits where there's that chord change, because that's kind of like what Moti does there for me is like very much kind of like Sapphire Town influenced, that kind of South African jazz. So yeah, so it's a really interesting combination of you know three-step rhythms and the gospel vocal and the kind of jazz, SA jazz, Sapphire Town vibe. So it was a challenge to do this track, but it was also very interesting. So I hope it grows on people, and people will enjoy it and grooving to it.
Beautiful, man, beautiful. Can I just take it to Digital Sangoma, and then I'll come back with another question for you, Abs. Yo, Digital, how are you, brother?
Hey man, I'm good. Thank you so much. How are you, bro?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. Let's start here, man. The name of Digital Sangoma. How did it come about? Before we tap into the music, into the single that you guys blessed us with, let's tap into the name first. How did it all come about?
You know, the name, I would say it fell on my lap because it wasn't deep, it wasn't intentional. Actually, a guy that I know from my hometown in the Eastern Cape many years ago wrote something here on this platform on Twitter. Something digital sangoma, and at the time I was just making music in a small town, an observatory in Cape Town, and I really liked the hashtag digital sangoma. So there, he was also into hip hop, and then I said to him, "Listen, come through, because I've been really making these dance track like I wouldn't say they're house or whatever, but they're Afro dance music. But at the time I didn't really release that music because I was creating music under my real name, Mandy, and at the point I said, okay, I really want to be able to share this music that I make all the time, but I never really get a chance to actually share it. So would you mind coming here with someone else? So I'll produce the music and then maybe sing on it, but then we can call ourselves Digital Sangoma, because I really like how that hits, because then that's going to be a different alias from my alternative stuff that I produce and sing on. And then I just continue making the music. But the guys, they never pitched, but I just went with it. And then I remember one of the things that I wanted to do, because I really wanted to share that music, was more like house and Afro house influence, obviously, like, but also very West African rhythms and South African Eastern Cape rhythmic influenced by traditional music that I grew up listening to, and obviously with a digital twist. And so I would go into the city and just form these sets in the city of Cape Town with my GoPro and a couple of friends, and just people would dance, and then I'll call those digital song sets. But the more I produce, I lean towards that, and then I found that it was much more easy, and people resonated with that, and then I resonated with that even more, and so then I was like, why don't I just call myself digital song? So it wasn't really a deep thought that was okay, maybe I'm a healer, because I don't consider myself that. It's just fell on my lap, and it sounds like it works, and it resonates with me, it resonates with the sound, it resonates with people. So that's how the name came.
Beautiful, man. Because actually, Vele, I was thinking that. I was like, oh, okay, so Sangoma, okay, that went digital. Oh, wow, all right. But beautiful, man, beautiful. Tell me more, man, about the single, man. I mean, working with UPZ and Moti themselves. being the legend in the game, I mean, wouldn't be that easy, you know. There could be maybe constructive and having that criticism of saying, yo, this song should be like this song should be like that. I mean, the journey of you working with both of them in studio, man, in which you were so blessed to have that. How was the journey, man, for you?
It was very effortless. It was very easy. I can again, I think I credit that to both the guys. So they created a beautiful song already. My part was just easy, just to lay. I just translated whatever I felt at the moment, and then I sang that, and then that became part of the song that was already created. And also, just a big credit that goes to UPZ, because we also had another session where he had these ideas. And for me, I usually produce by myself and lock myself out in my space. So having them to come in and just collaborate with them, it was also an opportunity to just take myself out of this and just be part of something that could be potential great, that's bigger than me, and I had to also just, it's not about me, it's about the song, and just listening to the ideas that they had and just following up and just add my input, which is true to who I am. And UPZ had some suggestions on the vocals that he ended up layering. So he didn't just produce the song, he also sang on the song. And there's some parts that he didn't mention, that there's some parts where he added, like on the choir, some of the vocals. And when he came through again, he said, maybe we should do this and then add this. What about this? So I was very much like a student taking a sit back. But having said that, I was also very adamant about my creative uh, ability as a producer. But I think I had added my element into the song. Once I've added my element, I was okay. I'm really happy to just take whatever, because it's about pushing the song to the right direction. And he did all the work, and it came out as it is. And so big up to him and big up to Moti. So it's, for me, it's such an honor to be part of a beautiful song, regardless of who produces it. So I feel honored. And yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
Indeed, brother, it is a blessing, man. It is a blessing. I mean, we could sit here all day long talking about you and talking about UPZ and the good music. But however, because of time, you guys have to be busy as well. But also, we have more of guys that we, probably have questions for you. For me, I'll just pack it there. Thanks, UPZ. Thanks, Digital. Let me just hand it over to the guys, yeah? Except Vox.
Now, shout out, brother DJ, and thank you so much to Digital Sangoma and UPZ for making time for us. I think it's been a good chat, and it's lovely to have other people also hear these songs, whereas perhaps they've never. And the platform is an opportunity to explore the undiscovered, as Bongani Metlomakulu actually says. For my end, just some last remarks to thank y'all for coming through. Is there any work perhaps also that you're going to be doing together? UPZ, Digital Sangom, is there anything else that we can look forward to? And please also do share your last remarks. Digital Sangom, seeing that this is your first time joining the deeper space, you can also just give us your last remarks and tell us what you think about this platform. So I'll start with Digital Sangom.
Yeah, once again, thank you guys for having me here, and I'll definitely be, whenever time allows, I'll come and listen, and join it. I think it's needed, and we need a lot of advocates, people that love music and that share music. And because when I heard that it's deep house, I was a little reluctant, because I don't make deep house, but I'm a fan of deep house. I'm a fan of music in general. So I was like, yeah, this is nice. So, but I don't think the song is deep house either. But, but coming here and just listening to the conversation and listening to the music that was played, it's a beautiful platform, and I'm glad that I got to be part of it. And on another note, I also actually, funny enough, I released two songs on the same day last week. I also have a single that I released last week, together with, with this song, and as far as us working together with UPZ, we never know what the future is, but I'm open to collaborations. It's always about the song. It's always about the person. Do you like the people that you're working with? That for me is very important. And for me as an artist individually, I'm releasing a single every month for the rest of the year. So you can be on the lookout for that. Yeah, thank you once again for inviting me, and it means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Digital Sangoma. And seeing that we in the same province, maybe so hlangana put. So Sabon Skatsako, cool. Thank you for joining us. UPZ, last remarks from your end.
It's great seeing Digital Sangoma being so prolific. I wish I was like that. A single a month. Unfortunately, I'm a slower producer, but there are a few things which I've got coming up. Also, like in the deep house thing. So I'm doing two things this year. Basically, I'm reworking some of my older tracks into kind of newer versions, and I'm releasing some new music. So new music is things like what we just released now, Call of the Ancestors, and I got another couple of tracks, and reworking some of the old catalog, and also finally getting to do some vinyl pressings, especially of tracks that were never on vinyl from the Soul Candy days, like for example, Pure Surprise, maybe Believing, Uzongelinda, all those ones that the followers still like it and love them. So this is what I'm going to do this year for the rest of the year, I think.
Thank you so much, UPZ. Thank you for coming through too. And enjoy the rest of you today, please, gents. And we'll see you again soon.
Thanks again, guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Jans. Thank you. Have a blessed day and have a blessed weekend.
And that is UPZ and Digital Sangoma, and their single is called "Call of the Ancestors." And there's Moti, of course, on the song too. So go check it out. Released under So What Records. Go check out that single. It's a super dope single indeed. Next up is another returnee to the deep house space, which is a China Chameleon. This man has released a song with Kyra, 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 and alongside Cash Only. Title of the song is Holy Water. So we're gonna play that, and we're gonna have a chat around that too. The song is released under Armada Music. So China Chameleon now is going global, which is good to see. Which is really good to see. China Chameleon, mic check, mic check.
Xefidi,
Mvana hundreds, Mvana your side.
Nandi.
Before you go on to your singing, Mfagiti, did you listen to Call of the Ancestors? Any thoughts?
Hayi into emnandi hundreds mfana ngiyithanga. Spitty Legend, UPZ, so obvious, it's fire.
Aye, siyabonga. We give thanks. We give thanks indeed. You released a single Mfagiti on the 21st of March, Holy Water with Kyra and Cash Only. Please take us through it before we play it.
Yeah. Sanibonani kibo bonke abalalele. China Chameleon here. Yeah, so Holy Water, that'll be produced, I'm sure, 2023. So ngathini ingoma beyi okay, ngiproduce 2023. Then ngazama ukusenda ama-demo to ama-record label, including record label engisebenzisana nayo, Stage 2 Sounds. Then the side, obvious, the sound, your Holy Water. The side South Africa, I sebenzi unless sebenzisana nabo Sondela, but still Sondela, it's Bolandal and stuff like that. But then azange sebenza this ngapha South Africa. So last year during my tour, then bese ngivaphile nje kiyo. So we had a listening session namajita abu cash only. Then ngayidlala le track. Then luckily cash only wayithanda. Then we had to do some few changes because of the tempo. The tempo was too low, and yeah, added my vocals. Yeah. With Ukaira, then yeah, yabese yabuya into live. Then ppm icon is 120 ppm, and the site is too fast, but I know internationally it's low still, like 120 ppm. But yeah, I'm lucky enough to release under Armada and King Street Sounds. So yeah, ngihappy kakhulu ngale release, yeah.
Nah, shout out to Foxy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's good to see. It's good to see some global releases, man. Yeah, it's good to see that, right? So your name flies. Nah, shout out for it. And seeing that it's been out for a little over 2 weeks, reception not only SA, but what's the reception like for it? What are the people saying?
Yo, man, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy, and it's surprising that I'm getting a support this side, especially this side, man. I am so excited, man. And yeah. I wasn't expecting uh people to play this side or radio station, and obvious on 5FM, Sisikhona top 10, Likwala Kola FM, Ikona kuma charts nakhona. So it's strong, Joe. Digitals wise, I push kakhulu lapho, strong kakhulu, because last time I checked, there's charter number 2, Afro, and yeah, I say push I got, yeah, bon.
So today we had a lineup with different sounds. So we started off with some alternative, and then we went with some jazzy, three step, and now we're going to the song by China. If you haven't heard it, this is your first time, and I hope you enjoy it. Pore DJ, is the song ready? Let's do Miss Bad. Let's do Miss Bad. Pore DJ.
Hey, what's up? This is Nutty Nice, and you are listening to the Deep House Space.
And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Take it away. You make flowers out of rain. Yeah, you wash the pain away. So why are you here? You're all I had. You make the world feel less alone. Your love flows like waterfall. I think you hear
Hey, what's up? This is Nutty Nice, and you are listening to the Deep House Space.
Hey, this is Carly and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of Deep House, baby.
And thank you so much for joining us on the Deep of Space. We just played Holy Water by Charmeleon, Cash Only, and Kyra. This was released on the 21st of March. Shout out to Charmeleon, man, for gracing his presence on the Deep House Space. And today, I think we're glad to have certain events like Gunye, where this type of sound can play, unlike just us who want this mellow, soft tempo of deep house. Unlike serious. But shout out to Chana Camilo. And let's hear Nkasi Zulu's thoughts. But before Nkasi Zulu, let's hear UPZ because he's still here. UPZ, mic check. Are you still there? You still tuned into us? Or maybe you took a walk to the beach again? UPZ, mic check, mic check. Okay, UPZ is.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you took a walk again.
No, I'm cooking.
Please share your thoughts regarding Holy Water by Chana Chameleon.
I think it's really cool. I just actually tweeted him. I said it's a great track. And the vocals there are powerful as well. It's like, I don't know if it reminds me a bit of King of Tomorrow, or those kind of vocals, where there's a nice powerful chorus and it's like catchy. So I can see why Armada went for it, and King Street. Great labels, by the way. So it's a lot of respect to the South African producers that's on those kind of labels. So overall, great job.
Thoughts, China Chameleon? Reply back.
Yeah, thanks, man, to UPZ. This really means a lot, man, coming from the legend. I really appreciate it.
Next up, Kazi Zulu.
And may you continue
So,
onwards and upwards.
oh, sorry. So I am a big fan of China's music, like crazy fan. And it's so refreshing when a producer that and you know him for a specific sound steps out of that specific sound and he does something else, but he does it so exceptionally well. No, that was crazy. That was really good. I'm also a very big fan of Afro. So it was very refreshing to hear his take on Afro.
Siyabonga kakhulu Kazi Zulu. Thank you for your feedback. Brother DJ.
Voila, we're still here. Still here. Still here. No, man, a wonderful one. Say China. Pincham.
Sure, Puga.
Yo. Hadi. Fana, one day, boy, Nati, we can be receiving things from the legendary Puga Lapo, legendary Vox. Fana, one day, Vox, we are coming. Fede Poison.
Nandi mfana Fede.
Nice and easy, mfana. Killer. UPZ just mentioned something, mfana Magati, the vocalist reminds him of like your Kings of Tomorrow. Actually, Nami, like I would say that very same vocal range, man, it goes to about Jennifer Hudson. I was like trying to listen to say, I'm man, this vocalist, and she's powerful, mfana. She's really powerful. Is she from here, Ntwana, or Wangale or Kantinai?
I was a London, yeah. I was Orkan, same as Cash Only. Cash Only, I'm sure was the one who would see. Yeah, Cash Only nje to me the jungle customer event that side net affected na namanye ama festival ngale overseas, yeah.
Mpintsha without a doubt, mfana. Siyavaya. Siavaya. China's already gone now. When Vox, China's international now. So your guys have to do, yeah. Now, Fana, yeah, you must have good team. Fana, the booking rate is went up. It's no longer the same. Price is not just this, is not yesterday's price. Today's price is not yesterday's price. But Mfana, without a doubt, Mpinjami, I mean, how is it, Mpinjami? Because as Nkazi mentioned, that we know you as this person who most of the time who plays around deep house, mellow stuff. But for you to go to Afro Mfana, or let me just say switching lanes to another genre, man, within house music, of course. How has it been? How's the journey, Mfana? Can we expect more from this, of course, or this was just something a one-time feature and you giving us a taste, Doguti? I'm China, but I don't only deal with deep house, but I also do more.
I think kusesebhaya kumele expect from mina. Okay, because okay, angeke ngize ngimention because as a ghost producer, I produce stuff esiningi. Afro amapiano, um lo-fi khona engike ngayikhipha no-Michi last iphika Michi engike ngayiproducer. So for me move kuma-sound, it's not a new thing, but ngihlale ngenza sure ukuthi ngiprotecta i-brand yaka China Chameleon ukuthi eh iligama lami lingabi khona lapho, but yeah, njenga this year ngisazoproducer more down tempo, maybe Afronyana, I'm not sure nge-Afro, but bengakazimiselanga ukuthatha le lane leyo, but ish angikho sure ngokuproducer since stuff. I think ngisazosticka ku-sound yami, and yeah, ngiphushe ngale ndlela leyo. I'm not willing to change my sound. Ngifuna abantu banabalaleli music wami still bafile mina, understand. Yeah, but for le ngoma lena bekuyi-collabo whereby ngiza nama-ideas ami, and nalo muntu esisebenzisana naye in studio naye uza nama-ideas akhe, so you siba comfortable. But me releasing my music alone, ngizosticka to i-sound yami. But nakuyi-collabo, unga-check-a from Hyperphonic featuring China Chameleon, it's a different sound. Hyperphonic featuring Chronicle Deep, still it's a different sound. So I think bantu kumele expect loko, if kuma producer yi-two ahlangene ama-sounds angafani, then vele kuzophuma enye i-sound. But me changing my sound, angiboni kwenzeka.
Mpintsham, without a doubt. Khona wena Mpintsham, khona enye out kanye ngifuna ukuhlanganisa nayo, yabo. Nizoshaya elinye i-Afro nje blind. Uzokuthumela i-stuff uzowuzwa nawe, and then yeah, collaboration of some sort. I think without a doubt what you say, Mfana, I really love it because you are just showing us as well, Gucci, you are not just that guy who sticks in one box or who box himself to say, Gucci, no, mina, I am a producer that is a deep house producer, but you go all out, and with that you get to explore and develop new things, new sounds. And with that, Mfana, big ups to you, Benjam, big ups to you, Mfana. With that, Mfana, yini enye singa-expecta from China, Benjam?
Man, this year, my plans up high. So I'm planning to release under my label again. Since kune stuff aspire as a reject, like no release music. Let's say you release the album, then bazothi maybe let's say submit 15 years ingoma, then bazothi okay thina sithatha 10 years ingoma, or sithatha 9 years ingoma, lezi ezinye asizi-release. So le ngoma le Holy Water ingikhombisile ukuthi okay, if senokwenzeka ukuthi i-record label engavumelani nalo music ngithi ngifuna ukuwukhipha, to only find ukuthi labanye abantu bazo-receive ngenye indlela. So I decided ukuthi lawo ma-reject lawo then ngiwa-release mina ku-record label yami straight than ukuthi solo ngisenda ama-demo, understand.
And with that, Fana, one last question. You just touched on something very, very important, Yona lento leyo, man, of having your music being rejected, by record labels, only to find out ukuthi mozo release to the music lovers, to the fans, Fana. And then it reaches your number one, your number one streams, your number one top charts, Mfana. I mean, with that as a record label, how do you think like when Antwana, how do you think these people feel like whenever they reject something and then out of the blue that thing gets to be number one, it gets taken high, Mfana, by the lovers of good music, where they come back and they just stream that song one way or another, like back and forth, Mfana. Like for you and Anje as a record label owner as well, like how do you think these other guys take it?
Nah, easy man. It's business at the end of the day. Cause if uza ne-sound engahlangani ne-record label yami, so angeke ngize ngikhiphe. But into e-sharp like enokwenzeka engiba nenhlanhla yayo, abagcini ngokungi-rejecta kuphela, but you know what, le ngoma lena ayikho right for our record label. Why ungazami 1 2 3 then bakulinka nabanye abantu, especially kule sekele ngiyo. Okay, let's say ngisende to Kid Fong. Kid Fong athi why ungazami Soul Kane. Soul Kane izothi thina sazana Amada music, Amada understand, but this time around kube nento yokuthi ku Holy Water special. The guy who cash only umfazi wakhe on a record label. So we produced the songs sayiceda and ku studio salo mfazi wakhe. Sam Divine, she's one of the best DJs in the world. So sayiproducer sayiceda wayithanda, but wathena I record label yami angeke ngize ngikhona mina. Sazama stay true sound, yeah, la Sazama defected was like no no no. And then King Street Sound, so being doubter because I know their sound ukuthi injani. So then we sayizama kibo, luckily bayithanda, but this is our sound. So but ngibuyele ku-question yakho, if ever mina ngi-rejecta ingoma yakho nanoma kumele ngiyidlale on my side, angisho ukuthi ayikho right angeke iziphumelele, but kusuke ngichaza ukuthi mina ku-catalogue yami angeke izifithe in. It doesn't matter nanoma ingaba ngathini, kufana neJerusalem, mina angeke iJerusalem angize ngiyidlale or ngeke ngize ngiyidlale kuma-set wami or maybe ngifake kuma-chat wami nakuthiwa ngiyayiphusha and stuff like that. But nayiba number one, ngiyajabula ukuthi okay, Master KG is doing well, but angeke ngize ngibe nale hope leyo because it's business at the end of the day. Wonke umuntu uzama ku-protecta i-image ye-record label yakhe and nama-fans wakhe for lento ayifunayo. Imagine le sound lesi engikhiphe ku-Soul Candy or ngikhiphe ku-Stay True Sound or ngikhiphe under Mudasti, umsindo uzovela usuke nje abantu bahlanye bathi China Chameleon wena uyasihlanganela, but it's better nasithole i-record label ezosinka in nale sound le.
Clean Mpinjami. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it Mpinjami. No mfana ngibonga kakhulu Mpinjami. You said it out loud. You said it in 100% way mfana. I don't know if ungazwanga nje akazwanga Mpinjami, but thank you very much Mpinjami. Ngiyabonga mfana. More especially blessing us with your presence. Abo ukufika vele la ekhaya as usual Mpinjami. Siyabonga Poison.
Sharp mfana ngithi ngiyabonga nami.
Hello, hello. Exe Vox.
Hi, thank you, teacher in present for making it through today. I think we can play two more songs. We'll play another song from China Chameleon, and then our next guest, Thabang Phaleng, couldn't make it, but we'll bring him on back again another time, definitely. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for spending time with the Deep House Space. Kazi Zulu has a playlist on Spotify. Go check it out. It's titled Deep House Junkies. Next week we have sculptured music, Clubbizo, and Tima Deep, and we are not stopping anytime soon. So thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful thing that we do on Fridays. So for now, Boy the DJ, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the DJ. He's gonna play us another song. Boy the DJ, are we ready for another ngoma?
Singene. China. Yeah, kwamele singene studio poison. But yeah,
Agna stress, yeah.
here's China Chameleon with Hyperphonic with We Are One. Enjoy.
Hey yo, this is your boy Chana Chameleon. You're listening to the Deep House Mix.
And you're tuned in to the deep house space, 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 space,
For the love of deep house. For the love of deep house.
And you're tuned into the deep house space.
Hi, this is Sabrina Child, and you're listening to the Deep House Space. For the love of deep house. For the love of deep house.
Hey yo, this is your boy Charmeleon. You are listening to the Deep House Space.
Yes, you tuned into the Deep House Space, and that was We Are One by our last guest for today, Charmeleon. And he has Hyperphonic on that one. The song was released under Ubuntu. Ubuntu, which is the title of the album, Yaga Chana Chameleon. Thank you so much for joining us. I knew that Nkazi Zulu would love that song. I knew that she would love it, definitely. China Proami, thank you so much for giving us your time, your presence. Last remarks for today. So this weekend, where can people find you? Thank you.
Hola Vox. This weekend busy ngale event ka Earful. So Zamaguza ne festival event at Deep House, of which is a good thing. Happy for him. Can't wait to support him, Sasa. Then after that, kune pool party ka DJ Zethu, and it's a Deep House event. So athi kuzobe kudeyithwana khona lapha, kumele kuze abantu abasingile angazi mara nifikeni. Yeah, then earlier then ngizobe ngisesentini. Okay, it's a private party, angeke ngize ngikhulume ngayo, but cela supporteni lama event ayi-2 engikhuluma ngawo. Then also LSG nayo hosta Bread for Soul. I think isosipilithana siyeni kulama event lawa, supportaneni. Ngasekudala kumele sibe nama-festival wethu as i-Deep House, and ngaphandle kwe-support ngeke ize yenzeke le nto leyo. Yeah, and ngiyabonga for isikhathi senu, ngiyabonga Vox bafethu, ngiyabonga lapho Kanyezi, bafethu, ngiyabonga ukuthi niphathe kahle and nihlale nami la. Push music, sure.
Hayi nakanjani mfowethu, bonga thina. Kazi Zulu.
Hi, Vox. Am I giving my last remark?
Yebo, Kazi Zulu.
Oh, sorry for being slow. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. Siyabonga kakhulu, guys, for your support. Without you, we wouldn't be here. I would like to take this time to thank you, everyone who's here every Friday. If you're here for the first time, I hope you had a really good time. And yeah, I'd like to wish everyone a happy weekend.
Siyabonga kakhulu Nkosi Zulu. Thank you so much for your wonderful time today, for your presence at Deeper Space as always. You make it feel warm. And till next week again. From my end, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. See you guys next week from 12 p.m. Sculptured Music, Klabizo, Tima Deep will be there. We have some playlists as you can also check out Apple Music, Spotify. Definitely should enjoy. Bugatti DJ is going to close us off with some, I think, 2 more songs back to back. But thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. And please enjoy the weekend and keep safe and stay blessed. Bugatti DJ, last remarks and play us some music so we can close off today. Thank you. And shout out to China. Chabonga China.
Danko Vox. Sub apuka man. Yabonga pincham.
Nja yethu, without a doubt mfana kusekhaya uyacava lana, and without a doubt Mpinjam will always support you. Thanda ungathandi mfana, sohlezi sikhona sida. Without a doubt, like Vox has said, like Gazi has said, it's been another wonderful edition of the Deep House Space. Let's do it again next week from 12 until closing off. We're closing off with Thabang Phaleng. Yeah, the guy was meant to be here, but unfortunately, things do happen. But yeah, let's see each other next week. Take care, be safe, guys, and remember, whatever you're doing, it's a choice. Ololo, as we are out, signing off with I See I See Fire Burning in Your Eyes by Thabang Phaleng. Ololo.
Hey yo, this is your boy Charmeleon. You're listening to the Deep House Space.
Yo, what's up, folks? This is your boy Tim A Deep, and you're listening to the Deep House Space.
Enter the underground where music's deep and the vibes are real. Your weekly dose of deep house is here. Let's get lost in the music. Hashtag the Deep House Space.
I
Bongani Mehlo Makhulu. The deep house space. Grace upon these platforms that expose the undiscovered. As we enter, we breathe fire from the other side. Conquer and divide, by our rules they will abide. House music is in control, now turns the tide. In our house, we are one, connected with the rhythm. My name is Bongani Mehlo Makhulu, and you're tuned into the deep house space.
Take care, everyone. See you all next week. Never right and be safe. Ololo, Xavox, Valalap.